Welcome back to another Unturned video. In today's video, we're going to see the latest escalation update was just released around a few hours ago, where we got ourselves new guns, new vehicles, and a lot of new changes. And we're going to showcase all of them and show you some cool stuff. Make sure to drop a like, let's try to reach 200 likes, and subscribe if it is your first time here. In the last video, I announced a mythical giveaway, and this is the winner. If you're watching, please join my Discord to claim your prize. And today, we're going to crawl another one, which is a glitched comfy pink sweater. If you guys want to win this, make sure that you have liked, subscribed, and comment something below. Channel members also have a higher chance of winning. We're also giving away 3 free skins to each and every one of you. If you guys join my Discord and check out free skin event, you guys can claim yourself 3 free skins today. So make sure to do it because you can also win mythicals. Today's video is sponsored by Pine Hosting. Are you guys trying to start your own Unturned server and have no clue where to start? Then check out Pine Hosting. Pine Hosting is super easy to learn, the navigation is also very user-friendly and not hard at all to learn. All the servers have really high performance with DDoS protection. When I started my own servers, I had no idea how to do anything, but after a few minutes I learned the basics. They have locations all around the globe, the pricing is also very cheap, and they also have a variety of game servers to choose from, including Rust, Ark, and also Minecraft. A really good feature by Pine Hosting is the ability to install plugins and mods just by clicking once. If you have a server with another provider, Pine Hosting can help you move them as well. Make sure to check out Pine Hosting today and use the code LDG for 30% off, and let's get straight into the video. Now, the first weapon we have ourselves is the Hades. Now, the Hades is a legendary RPG, and it takes HE shells. Now, this obviously does do raiding damage, and as we may see, we're gonna show you right now. Currently, this wall and this door is 100%, and the doorway is 78%. Now, this can be found in Tier 2 Dead Zone over at Artemis platform. And this just did around like 20% damage, which is actually pretty high. And later on, we're actually going to talk about all of the new shells, but we'll do that later on. I definitely would recommend, if you guys find the Hades, I would recommend to pick it up 100%. Now, the next weapon we have ourselves is called the Wrecker, which is an epic pistol. It does look quite nice. Actually, it reminds me a lot of other pistols that we already have in this map, but it's a nice new little addition. Now, this takes revolver speed loaders, and it can put yourself barrels and sights, and it does have 300-meter range. As for player damage, it gives 56 headshot damage, which is actually quite strong. So two headshots can actually kill a player, 45 body damage, and 33 to the arms and to the legs. Its sound is actually pretty cool, and its animation is also very nice to see. It's obviously a semi-weapon. Next, we have ourselves the arms, which is a sawed-off shotgun. Now, this is chambered in 20 gauge shells, and I assume you can find this mainly in like the farm or in the bandit area. Range is quite low, only at 50 meters. The headshot damage is at 13, bodies at 12, and the arms under the legs is at 9. It does also look pretty cool. The animation is pretty nice as well. So that is the arms. Next, we have ourselves the nitrate. Now, the nitrate is a bit of a different weapon. It takes express rounds, but it is mainly taken from the government. It only holds 2 bullets though, but it is actually a pretty cool weapon. It does have 200-meter range, headshot damage is 74, and body is 62, arms to the legs is 49. Nitrate is actually pretty cool. I actually do think this is one of the coolest guns, especially how it looks as well. So the nitrate is one of the new favorite weapons from this update. Next, we have ourselves the Firestorm, which looks like an M4. Now, this is a legendary ranged weapon, and it takes assault rifle magazines. You can put barrels and tacticals on this, and it does have 400-meter range. The rate of fire is 600 RPM, which is actually quite high. Recoil isn't that bad either, and as for damage, it gives 25 headshot, 20 body, and 15 to the arms and to the legs. It does look really cool as well. The sound is actually pretty nice to hear as well. The bullets, the animation when shooting this gun is really nice to see. Obviously, it's also in the semi-weapon. Next, we have ourselves the LST.45. Now, this weapon is a bit weird. It looks a bit weird, to be honest. Now, this takes barrels. It does have 400-meter range and comes with a laser. Now, this gives 42 headshot damage, 34 to the body, and 25 to the arms and to the legs. So the thing up there is basically the laser. You cannot obviously take it out. They just take pistol magazines. Animation is also pretty cool as well to see, but basically it's just another normal pistol. But yeah, that is the LST. Next, we have ourselves the final gun, which is the SASR 22-80. Now, this also does take assault rifle magazines. It's also in the semi-weapon, and you can put a barrel to it. Now, this time at the top, it is not a laser, it is actually a flashlight. If we go in camera mode, this is basically what it looks like. It actually looks pretty cool, to be honest. Now, it does have 300-meter range, and it has 500 RPM. How you shoot is actually pretty cool. Now, this does give 26 headshot damage, 21 to the body, and 15 to the arms and to the legs. Now, let's get over to the shells. So, let's pick up ourselves the Hades. Now, these shells can be used with not just with the Hades, it can be used with other rocket launchers as well, such as the Gotha and the HTV 150mm. And let's start off with the canister shells. Now, the canister shells are these. Now, these basically have a larger radius and are designed for soft targets. And that is basically the animation to it. It looks like the other animation, but that is basically the canister. Next, we have ourselves a trainer round, which is the blue one. Now, these rounds are a great way to practice firing shells, loading weapons, so it doesn't really do anything, I think. So if you shoot one, let's say it didn't even do any damage. So, yeah, trainer shells are kind of useless, to be honest. And finally, we have ourselves these spring shells. Now, these spring shells, as you may probably assume, you fly with them. Pretty cool, to be honest, to like get on bases and all of that. I really, really like it. Next, we also have ourselves a spring rocket, which is basically the exact same, except that it is for other weapons. And now we have ourselves these two anti-material magazines, which I am going to show you. So these can be used, for example, with the Himmel. And let's start off with the Death anti-material magazine. So basically what these are is like they're explosive rounds. They are obviously quite strong. So currently it's at 77%. And one bullet put it down to 53%. So one magazine is enough to raid a full wooden wall. I assume that if you're gonna use this for PvP, it would actually like one-shot headshot any player that you're shooting. And secondly, we have the Frost anti-rifle magazines. So these actually, what they do is that they reduce bullet drop and they increase accuracy. So with these, it is much easier to actually shoot. When I first saw Frost, I assumed like it's going to be something like 0 Kelvin, but it is nothing like that. It's just that it's less bullet drop and easier to actually shoot. So it's nice to see these type of magazines. Next, let's go over to the vehicles. We do have 3 new vehicles, which are actually really cool. I am a huge fan of this, the Imperator. So the Imperator is a 3-seater. First seater is obviously the driver, second seater is a passenger, but the third seater has an HMT. Now, this can obviously be reloaded with HMG boxes, and as you may have assumed, it does obviously raid. So cool to have something like this finally, actually. In terms of the vehicle, it's not armored or whatever. I'm pretty sure you can break it with literally any single weapon that you have. Yeah, it can be broken with literally anything, and it's not really that strong either. But if you have one of these, I definitely recommend to use it. So the next one we have is the Storch biplane. Now, this is a heavily armed 2-seater that features a front gun that fires both grenade launcher rounds and trident rockets at high velocity, as you may just seen. And at the back, there's a LMG box, which doesn't trade. It's mainly used, obviously, for PvP. It's very, very, very cool to see, though. And the second plane we have ourselves is the Adler biplane. Now, this is quite similar. It's also a 2-seater, which at the front has a railgun, which uses sabot rails, which is actually really, really cool, which has increased damage and velocity. And at the back, there's a dual SMG, which, as you may see, it actually shoots pretty quickly, which I absolutely love as well. I love these new planes. They look so cool. And I love that both of them can actually have back weapons, which I am a huge fan of. Next, we have ourselves some new items. So, for example, we have ourselves a plushy shark, which looks quite adorable, and a bear, which, to be honest, it's kind of scary to look at, but new decorations are always nice. And we also have ourselves an Anvil Balkalava, which is basically another part of the Anvil outfit. Now, some other changes is that the cavalry now has less damage. The cavalry was probably one of the strongest secondaries that there was in this map, but now it was reduced from 24 to 20 player damage. And there's also a bunch of other changes, which I will have linked in the description below. But something that is notable is that NPCs that buy stuff have also been adjusted. So, for example, the Chalk that buys explosive and sells special ammo now, and the Dead Drops, they also buy more items. So, I definitely would recommend that you can use them much more frequently now, because they are actually much better. And that is it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know what is your new favorite gun and new favorite vehicle, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!